The three great nations of the world, the Greeks, the Muslims, and the Franks, encountered each other on the theatre of Italy in the late ninth century AD. The southern provinces were subject, for the most part, to the Lombard dukes and the princes of Beneventum, so powerful in war that they checked for a moment the genius of Charlemagne, so liberal in peace that they maintained in their capital an academy of two-thirds philosophers and grammarians. The division of this flourishing state produced the rival principalities of Benevento, Salerno, and Capua, and the thoughtless ambition or revenge of the competitors invited the Muslims to the ruin of their common inheritance. During a calamitous period of 200 years, Italy was exposed to the repetition of wounds which the invaders were not capable of healing by the union and tranquility of a perfect conquest. Their frequent and most annual squadrons issued from the port of Palermo, and were entertained with too much indulgence by the Christians of Naples. In the revolution of human events, a new ambuscade was concealed in the Claudian Forks. The fields of Cannae were bedewed a second time with the blood of the Africans. The sovereigns of Rome again attacked or defended the walls of Capua or Tarentum. A colony of Muslims had been planted at Bari, which commands the entrance of the Adriatic Gulf, and their impartial depredations provoked the resentment and conciliated the union of the two emperors. An offensive alliance was concluded between Basil the Macedonian, the first of his race, and Louis, the great-grandson of Charlemagne, and each party supplied the deficiencies of his associate. It would have been imprudent in the Byzantine monarch to transport his stationary troops of Asia to an Italian campaign, and the Latin arms would have been insufficient in his superior navy had not occupied the mouth of the Gulf. The fortress of Bari was invested by the infantry of the Franks and the cavalry and galleys of the Greeks, and, after a defense of 4 years, the Arabian emir submitted to the clemency of Louis, who commanded in person the operations of the siege. This important conquest had been achieved by the concord of East and West, but their recent amenity was soon embittered by the mutual complaints of jealousy and pride. The Greeks assumed as their own the merit of the conquest and the pomp of the triumph, extolled the greatness of their powers, and affected to deride the intemperance and sloth of a handful of barbarians who appeared under the banners of the Carlovingian prince. His reply is expressed with the eloquence and indignation and truth. "We confess the magnitude of your preparation," said the great-grandson of Charlemagne. "Your armies were indeed as numerous as the cloud of summer locusts, who darken the day, flap their wings, and, after a short flight, tumble wearily and breathlessly to the ground. Like them, ye sink after feeble effort. Ye were vanquished by your own cowardice, and withdrew from the scene of action to injure and to spoil our Christian subjects on the Sclavonian coast. We were few in number, and why were we few? Because after a tedious expectation of your arrival, I had dismissed my host and retained only a chosen band of warriors to continue the blockade of the city. If they indulged in their hospitable feasts in the face of danger and death, did these feasts abate the vigor of their enterprise? Is it by your fasting that the walls of Bari have been overturned? Did not these valiant Franks, diminished as they were by languor and fatigue, intercept and vanish the most three powerful emirs of the Saracens? And did not their defeat precipitate the fall of the city? Bari is now fallen. Tarentum trembles. Calabria will be delivered, and, if we command the sea, the island of Sicily may be rescued from the hands of the infidel. My brother, a name most offensive to the vanity of the Greeks, accelerate your neighbor's succors, respect your allies, and distrust your flatterers.